Hello, everyone. Welcome to Puzzle Wednesday Friday mode. That's right. It's the Wednesday of weeks that begin on Tuesday. Your favorite Wednesday, Friday. That's it. That's the show. Is it actually Thursday?
I think it's actually Thursday.
Joining me on the microphone tonight, that was Raspberryfloof. I also have Roonespism.
That's me.
And we're going to be commentating this lovely little mixed match bracket. So if you've never played before, we're going to be playing 5-minute heats of Tetris B mode into Dr. Mario into Tetris A mode. The game keeps track of scores, so you don't have to sweat it too bad who's keeping track of who's ahead. A pretty cool game. The overall strategy is just rush into Tetris A mode, though I think you'll find that some of our competitors are able to slam some extremely cool points in Dr. Mario. We're heading on over to the game capture zone. Check out this cool Tetris background from Kayat7, one of our favorite artists here at Puzzle Wednesday. Our hardworking TOs tonight are going to be Just Alex and Kirk. They're going to be firing off the batch calls any second now. And I'm excited for tonight's bracket. We got a bunch of guests coming in from the Dr. MC community, and they're all terrifyingly strong. They are extremely spooky, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of their matches tonight. I hope you are too. Alrighty, looks like our first match is gonna be DigiDigi v Color Thief.
Oh boy. Getting the heavy hitters already.
Mm-hmm.
Although, to be honest, this whole bracket is kind of just full of killers.
True.
About 80-90% killer by volume.
Mm-hmm. I actually don't know how much of an advantage CT has in this game. So CT is mostly a TGM player. He likes games with kicks and rotations that are good. And this game has basically none of those. It's sort of like Tetris Classic on the Super Nintendo.
I mean, it literally is. But yes.
So it doesn't have the only twist or spin it has is T-spins. We got Color Thief on the left. Oh, go ahead.
It's difficult to get good at TGM 1 without at least being kind of good at this kind of Tetris 2. I think CT will be fine.
Alrighty, so I'm streaming the footage to the Discord. That way nobody's too far into the time vortex here. We are, of course, playing first to one, playing 5-minute rounds. We're starting off in B mode.
So yeah, Tetris B-type is just line clear race. Clear 15 lines on stage 5, height 3. And move on to Dr. Mario.
Looks like Digi has decided to go for a little bit of greed here, trying to get some Tetrises in B mode, but forced to make some kind of ugly little skims. Though I think they'll probably be fine. They're able to bail out just in time.
Oh, that Z piece misdrop on CT's side on the left there, a little bit costly.
And Digi's actually got the lead in terms of lines and points. Yeah, CT's looking for that spin. It's not there. You would think it's there, but it's not. I know it's a air quotes basic rotation, but I regret to inform you that this game is more basic than that.
We have levels of basic yet to be seen by most Tetris players.
Digi does not have a huge time lead And from what I saw, a very minor score lead. So we're still very neck and neck. We're coming into Dr. Mario.
Yep.
So
Dr.
Raz,
Mario is a little weird for score because you only get score by clearing viruses and only build score ahead of your opponent by making chains or clearing multiple viruses at once. So ideally, the best way of clearing a Dr. Mario board is as close to a single chain as possible.
Yeah,
The way the scoring works, smaller chains. I mean, the chain scoring is like quadratic or exponential. I can't quite remember the exact formula. But the longer your chain is, the even more better it is to add one more link to it. So a 2-chain or a 3-chain does not give you that much more points than just clearing the viruses one by one. But as you go further into the chain table, you start getting massive amounts of points if you can actually pull it off.
Yeah, if you can pull off like a 5 or 6 chain with like, or it doesn't even have to be that long a chain, but just like clearing 8 or so viruses in a single chain, that's like 20,000 points.
Yeah, actually, you're right. It's based on virus count, not on the amount of links in the chain. A lot of our Tetris specialists here, myself included, are not really going to be good enough to go for a massive score in Dr. Mario. We'll just be trying to play it as fast as possible, like these two competitors. But for a Dr. Mario specialist, this is a opportunity to get like 20, 30,000 points in a single chain that the other player is just not going to get.
Ooh, Digi. Digi's actually had kind of an unfortunate misdrop here. Is now going to have to spend some time.
No, the thing is, they can just kick one of these pieces into that little notch. Oh, okay, well, they can do that. But there was a little notch they had, second row from the bottom. They could have kicked a piece into there.
A mode. Oh, no! I love...
Yeah, not only do you not get the basic kicks, but sometimes the horizontal movement in this game is a little stiff. If you're relying too much on the dash, that'll happen sometimes.
Yep. There's also no, like, lock delay is, like, instant, right? So,
yeah.
If your piece touches your stack, that's where it is. It lives there now. And you're simply going to have to hold that, I think.
Yeah, you get a split second to shuffle it along the top, but that split second is because of gravity. Like, okay, it hasn't technically slammed down yet. The moment gravity says it moves down, that's it. That piece is moving down.
All right, so the tempo of the music is going to increase a little bit over time as time is running out. We're playing for 5 minutes. DT with a 9,000 point lead. Hungry for another Tetris.
Probably enough to get it.
Yeah, I can't quite recall the difference.
I don't think Digi was more than 9,000 ahead in B-type.
Yeah, probably not. I think they were fairly close in both of the other games. DG's trying to work out how to narrow this well down a little bit. 3 wide doesn't really give you the points in classic Tetris.
And CT's able to build yet another Tetris. Cementing his lead. Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
Let's go. Digi?
Yeah.
Double?
Okay.
That got rid of a lot of their board. Now CT can respond with one as well. If they ever get... They do not get the eyepiece in time.
Oh my god.
This is looking extremely close.
Yo!
Oh, nope, it's just barely enough.
Whoa, Digi!
Oh my gosh.
Let's go! That's incredible. Congratulations, Digi. Wow. That's incredible. Let's go. What a great way to start the stream off. Fantastic. Alrighty. Match calls are going out. Still for winners round 1. Alrighty, it's gonna be DDR Dan versus Notester. Actually, have I seen DDR Dan is a really strong Puyo player from, if memory serves me correctly, right? Not
Yes.
a Tetris. Well, I mean, it seems nowadays
if you-
Puyo's players are also honorary Tetris players because of PPT.
If you're good at Puyo, you're probably all right at everything. Puyo is a very hard game. But yeah, I recall they were in the hamster scramble bracket that I was commentating, so I remember, yeah, they're a good Puyo player. They're also pretty good at hamster scramble, as it turns out.
Oh, I gotta stream it to the Discord. My
That
bad.
would be nice, yes.
I mean, maybe
It's not necessary.
maybe I will simply gaze. What if I was simply looking? Oh, funny start.
Hmm.
Yeah, some of the B-type starts can be kind of nasty.
Sorry, who's on whose side? I can't see.
I
on
have
Discord.
Notester on the left and DDR Dan on the right.
It's a shame that DDR Dan didn't get a single S or T to fix this, because I did like what they did to cut off the garbage at the bottom and then just build a nice straight well. Theoretically, Notester has done something slower, but because DDR Dan didn't quite get the right pieces, now we're looking at this kind of situation where they have to avoid death.
This is pretty painful, yeah. But
Yeah, a bunch of singles to go down with as well.
even though Note is consistently slamming these doubles, it honestly is not that much more points than
Yeah,
clearing
no.
singles.
You want a game about single avoidance, you go play Tetris Grandmaster. This game is Tetris or bust.
Yeah. Like, despite all of that, DDR Dan
Yeah, exactly.
ends with a Tetris and ends 5,000 ahead.
Yeah, DDR Dan made a Tetris, therefore they are the winner.
Oh, that is true. We do. I am actually going to remove Elo shenanigans because it's a lie. Need to break it to you, chat. There is no SNES Elo. There are no expected win rates. Just one of my many
boy.
devious plans.
DDR Dan building up for something pretty big here.
Yeah, I can read it. This looks like about a 6
One.
virus clear.
3. Yep. 4. 6. 14K.
Nice. Let's go.
Ever since I played a whole bunch of Dr. Mario 64, I've gotten a little bit better at that kind of stuff, but I think I only could have built half that. It makes sense, though, that someone who's good at Puyo would also be pretty good at Dr. Mario, a fairly similar game.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. Like, there aren't a lot of games that are super similar to Puyo, but Dr. Mario is like halfway there, unless you want to count obscure things like Dero and Dero Dero.
A consolation prize for Note. Even though DDR Dan has found 10,000 points in this mode, certainly poised to exit Dr. Mario very soon. Need to draw
This is
these
another-
reds.
Is this
This
gonna
is
be
another fantastic
This
chain.
might be a full clear finish.
Oh, yeah, they want the yellows on top for the full clear. Impressive. I think that
Full
does
clear finish. Here it goes.
it. So that's going to be about 35,000 points in total, if I had to guess.
Oh my god.
338.
Basically exact. Good. That's not bad. That's 5 Tetrises, maybe even 6. It's hard to remember the exact score. Actually, no, it's not that hard. I just don't know it. But the speed at which they did that was definitely faster than the 5 or 6 Tetrises that they gained by doing it. That was pretty good play.
And also, like, the randomizer in Tetris is honestly kind of rude. Like, even rushing to A mode, like, it's
yeah, you
entirely
then need to be very good at Tetris.
yeah, like, not like you don't have to be like incredible or anything, but it is entirely possible to get like a 30-piece drought in Tetris A mode.
Maybe the best way to put it would be you either need to be incredible or you need a little bit of luck. Like, if you don't have a little bit of luck, then you really do need to be quite incredible at Tetris.
Note has found a few Tetrises here, so hopefully they can find a way to, you know, fight back against this deficit here. They're going to need... Actually going to need a decent chunk of points. Roughly, like, 50,000, right?
They're gonna need like, well, they were 5,000 behind at the end of B-Type and 30 or 28,000 behind at the end of Dr. Mario.
Okay.
About, yes. They're gonna need about 30,000 points over Dan to even have a slight chance, and then a little bit more than 30,000 would be nice.
Well, Peace Q is being pretty friendly here.
Well, Dan has a slightly annoying overhang that they fail to notice. That was the piece that fixes it. Here's another piece that fixes it. Okay, there we go. Yep.
Oh, these repeated eye pieces for DDR Dan.
If they were very good at counting out 5 minutes, they could have gotten a triple, but they don't need it. They have won by 30,000 points.
That's incredible. I think if you get over... Like, you have to be a pretty decent player to score over 60.
Yes.
But this, like, over 70 is really scary.
Yeah. I consider myself pretty good at this kind of stuff. I would be very happy if I got a 78.
Well, GG's. Congratulations to DDR Dan. Moving on up to winners round 2.
Alright, I have been challenged to my match. I'll be back in almost exactly 5 minutes.
True. Very true.
That is very true. This is one bracket that is not likely to go late.
You know what? Love that. Love that for me. Ooh.
Oh.
Crashed?
Crash?
Try again. Black screen. Oh, there we go. So on the left, I got it.
You have Amelia on the left? Amelia on the left and Rune on the right. So these two, almost diametrically opposed gameplay styles.
Yeah.
Amelia very good at Dr. Mario. Rune coming from the TGM world.
And it's funny is that, in spite of this, Amelia loves reading for B-mode Tetrises. It's like her favorite thing. After huge chains in Dr. Mario. Like,
sometimes it's worth it, and I mean, so far she's got a little bit of a lead. A little surprising that T placement could have placed it and cleared out some of this mess here.
Oh, Rune, cleaning this mess up, looking poised for a Tetris, draws the eyepiece.
All right,
Taking the lead back.
The deficit, and Amelia doesn't really have a good well to get any more Tetrises, actually. The Rune is getting very high up and doesn't have a good way down.
True. This eye doesn't really help.
Yeah, if you do top out in any of these modes, you get sent back to the beginning of that round with no score for the round. You get to start it all over.
Ooh, second Tetris for Amelia.
Alright, so that gives her about a 7,000 point advantage going into Dr. Mario. This This is a very interesting Dr. Mario board. All the blue and red is at the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these color dependencies look kind of rude. And it looks like Rune has decided that he's just going to bum rush for A mode, and knowing his playstyle, I do not blame him.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely the right play for Rune.
Oh, funny L for Rune. And Amelia is chaining.
Yep.
But not enough viruses to really get more than just a couple thousand points.
Yeah, it was a decent 4-chain. So, not bad. Not incredible, but not bad. She might be trying to reach A-type not too far behind Rune.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep up. But we'll see. I'm not sure what she's planning for the end of this board here.
Oh, this is funny. I like this, yeah. That was a lot of risk to take on at top board, but it certainly paid off for Amelia. Rune is 2 viruses left. Peacing out. Amelia's got, you know, cool 2,800 point lead here, but still has viruses on the board. Build points with. Amelia is pondering. What is this, like a double L? Like,
yeah, I'm not quite sure what she's going for here. Definitely fishing for a particular piece and not getting it.
she's looking for a red yellow?
I think that might be what she's looking for, because the only one she hasn't gotten.
Okay. Okay. This kind of... Alright.
I think she might have miscalculated a little bit.
Alright, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, I get it. Though, it's gonna be quite some time. Wait. Okay. Oh, I'm beginning to see the vision. Yeah, this makes sense. So this is actually the trigger, yeah. And then she's able to chain all these yellows, but... Rune... Well, Rune didn't build a Tetris, so... He does have a decent chunk of points here. At 17,000. So Amelia's gonna need to exit this mode and get right on it. Gonna have to find, ooh, like 3 Tetrises. And Rune has to get none.
I mean, she's probably about 10,000 ahead at this point. For the first 2 modes, so yeah. She's about 16k behind right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can't tell if the music is sped up yet. Doesn't seem like it has.
I only know the default tune well enough to really tell. It is speeding up a little bit, but I don't know if it's near the end or at the beginning of the speed up. It doesn't speed up, like, uniformly.
Ooh, Amelia, a couple of misdrops, wants a reset, but that puts her even farther behind. It does. Oh, and that's the end of the timer.
Okay. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Took too long at the end of Dr. Mario.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, having to discard all those pieces.
And despite being ahead at the midway point, Rune just racing to A-type and taking it home. So who is up next? It might be you.
It could potentially be me. That's true. We have match calls going out. It's gonna be me versus Masa.
I have
Masa
returned.
has played this video game before. Welcome back.
Masa's played a lot of video games before. Oh yeah, I can check my gate. So it's Ratttz on the left and Masa on the right.
Am I streaming? I am.
Yes, you are.
I put no music on.
No music is a powerful
music.
gambit.
That's very... Considering there is no other indication of the timer, that is a...
It's a choice, yeah.
It sure is a choice.
Alright. Both players doing probably the clever thing by blocking off the left side. Actually, now Ratttz has unblocked it. Well, 2 eyes in a row means burning an eye does not really slow them down that much.
Yep. Currently at a Tetris behind, however. But Masa
Getting kind of
getting a
annoying
little
pieces.
bit starved.
Yeah, it was a decent fix. Makes a triple out of it.
Yeah, but triples are still so much worse than Tetris's. for
Triples
score.
are so much worse than Tetris. Ah, what a shame.
I think Tetris's might actually be close to 4 times the score of a triple.
Yeah, something like that. Both players make it out with about 10,000-ish points. I didn't quite see Masa's score. I think it was pretty similar.
Yep. I think it was about 12k for Masa, 10k for Ratttz. This sure is a Dr. Mario board. I don't like it in terms of scoring. Ratttz
There's
definitely going for some big things though.
Yeah, no. There's a little Amelia in my head telling me that those 3 viruses that make that little L at the bottom, those are the ones that you should be building on top of if you want the giant chain, and then fill in the top after that. But I don't know. Yeah, I know enough to say that, and I don't know enough to pull it off.
Yeah, I don't like boards where most of the viruses are near the top half of the bottle
Yeah.
for score because there's just not enough room to build.
Both players getting their 2s and 3s, but doesn't look like either of them are going to make it out with 5 digits.
Yeah, probably not. Looks like it's just going to be a race to A-type from here.
Masa greeding a little bit to try and include the reds in this chain on the right. Oh yeah, they can do it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, she'll have about an extra 1,000-ish on top of Ratttz here at the end. Ratttz should end with 5,600.
I like that move from Ratttz, realizing, oh, if I don't do the left with a double red or second, then it's going to cause the world's most annoying singleton drop.
Yep. That's the Dr. Mario speedrunner talking right there.
Yeah, no, that was clever. I'd like to think I would have noticed that as well.
RNG being quite mean here.
It's fine. No one's been forced to make an overhang yet. In fact, Masa's board, I'm not a huge fan of that T placement, splitting up the 3 wide on the left. Yeah, now an eye dependency.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was about to say I like their board. No, that placement is cascaded into a nightmare.
Yeah, Masa's gonna be burning so many lines just fixing all of this.
You know, if you want to know whose board I really do like, I like Rattz's board. If they get any even remotely good piece, yeah, here we go.
Here's the comeback. Here's where it starts. What did MasaQueen build?
Ooh.
Okay, that's the speed up, so we're at 1 minute remaining.
Oh, I'm so bad at hearing the first speed up.
Oh no!
Ooh, Ratttz playing with fire a little bit here.
Oh, all she needs to do is not top out, I think.
Yes.
Considering Masa did.
Oh!
Oh!
They call that move the easy every time because it's easy every time. Unfortunately, not getting the correct piece to skim here. Ah, there's one of them. Okay, with that... Oh, well, there were only seconds left, but with that, it did look like Ratttz was regaining control of their board in the first place.
Yeah, that unfortunate top out on Masa's side. $16K points down the drain.
Mm-hmm.
And Ratttz takes it.
What a terrifying piece sequence.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that
easily.
Yeah, that one where you had 2 holes in the top of your stack, so you could only skim with L's, I believe. And then you just did not get any L's.
Just like, please, anything. I'm begging you.
Taking a look back at our bracket, it looks like DDR Dan took down dmhero.
Oh my god.
I'd believe it.
Judging from what I saw earlier.
DigiDigi, and we saw the other 2 halves of winners round 2.
No, I was practicing earlier. I was getting 70,000s here and there, but certainly not consistently. So if DDR Dan can do that more than just once or twice in a bracket, they're pretty good. Okay, I'm up next again.
Yep, we're in winners semis. This will be first to 2 from here on out.
Oh my god, I have to play my match with some very scary words put in the chat. Those very scary words from dmhero, that is.
Yell HF?
No, the chat, the Twitch chat. The numbers. There's big numbers.
You're a number.
Oh my goodness.
Excuse me?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I think I've gotten 6 digits in this game once.
I have never done it.
I have done it like once, ever.
That's incredible.
It was on a like 50K Dr. Mario round. Right.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna put
stohlern on the left and Rune on the right.
yeah. Might be a weird thing to notice, but the way that Floyd rotates pieces, like, has like an almost arcade Tetris feel, like slaps both buttons at the same time. It's very funny. If I see it again, I'll tell you, but
Reminds me something then of how you rotated Dr. Mario a little bit.
Yeah, there are a lot of like double tap rotates Dr. Mario, aren't there?
Yeah, there are.
Ooh. Floyd in kind of a weird situation, drawing this eye at a really uncomfortable time. But we did get another eye piece. Only a triple.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
and
Rune...
one line left, so just takes a double to get out. About 10K behind Rune going into Dr. Mario. This is absolutely Floyd's bread and butter.
Looks like Floyd has opted to do a little bit of speedrunning, which, you know, that's my preferred way to play this mode, but mostly because my Dr. Mario chain theory is extremely bad. I actually just have not really played that much single player. Which my understanding is people who play a lot of single player are really extremely good at this mode.
Yeah, Floyd might be done with this before Rune is like has like half the board clear.
Oh, he's only got a 2 virus lead.
Yeah, pretty good speed.
Floyd is waiting.
Blue. Yeah, there we go. Tack on an extra few hundred.
Hopefully this will give Floyd a little more time to build a Tetris, because he is about a Tetris behind Rune. Here's our first Tetris of this mode. Though you'd be surprised, you know, Floyd hasn't made like a massive lead of this just yet.
Yeah, these are some very annoying pieces.
Yeah. And I think we discussed earlier that overhangs in this with this control scheme are actually kind of painful and a little difficult. It's so easy to misdrop in this variety of Tetris because the horizontal dash is really funny. When you switch from soft dropping to gassing like left and right, it can sometimes feel unresponsive. So it's very normal to misdrop as you're changing direction. But Floyd is maintaining this like single Tetris lead in this mode, which means that they're more or less tied neck and neck in the overall game.
Yeah,
so,
they do have a hole at the bottom of their board here.
Ooh.
Oh, and
Rune closing the gap. Yeah.
Oh, that's a really bad misdrop for Floyd. Although Rune also doesn't have a good Tetris well set up.
We did have a speed up in the music.
Yeah, we did. Alright. Floyd built another Tetris field. Rune also did set it off.
Okay. Alright.
Unfortunately, still just neck and neck. Under 30 seconds.
Okay, here's a triple for Floyd. Got 3K. Rune, no! Oh, Rune! Oh, buddy. Oh, now that is tragic. We are in winner semifinals. Actually, let me update the thing. So we are playing first to 2.
Just stop.
Looks like Floyd has taken our very first point in this first to 2 match. And what is truly a heartbreaker.
My heart's already in my throat and we have to do another one?
We do have to do another one, I regret to inform you. Ooh. Floyd taking a pretty interesting line here. I don't know about this gap here.
Because of the way he built that. Had nowhere to place the O. At this point, it might just be worth getting out of B-type and moving on to a higher scoring mode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the amount of down stacking you would have to do to become Tetris ready again. Oh, he's thinking about it.
Although,
It certainly crossed his mind, right? Yeah, he's taking these doubles.
Way. Because now you've got 5 lines. You could still technically do two Tetrises here.
Mm-hmm.
You just need good pieces. Okay. Burns it away. Still can get 1 Tetris, but just once out of the mode.
Mm-hmm.
Rune could greed for a Tetris, but yeah, I think a triple is the right way to go.
He would have had to accept a really awkward piece sequence. He needed 2 eyes in order to take a Tetris there. So I think he reasonably decided to peace out.
Yeah, they go into Dr. Mario essentially even. I think Floyd's about 500 points ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like, that is essentially tied.
Floyd does have this really annoying red overhang.
This is very funny. Just like you can see Floyd building 1 on top of every single virus on the board.
Mm-hmm. But Rune with these doubles is honestly not building a whole lot of score. Well,
yeah, I mean, Floyd also just speed ran through it. Took 5,000, went home.
Oh no, this misdrop. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a really bad misdrop.
The amount of time that this... Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try taking the blue from the bottom, looks like. Which is reasonable. We'll have to do one of my least favorite activities, counting. We need a double blue. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think Rune realized that too late.
Okay.
And so now just bleeding away time and points.
Meanwhile, Floyd has taken 2 Tetrises in Type A here.
Yeah,
Rune's finally out. All that time spent only gained what, 2,000 points?
Yep, 2,000.
Oh.
And in the process is behind 15,000 and a large amount of pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a bad misdrop for Floyd, though. If Rune can build and catch up, it might be enough to make up the deficit.
Yeah, honestly, he needs roughly 4 Tetrises, right? There might not be time for that.
Well, we haven't even hit the speed up yet, I don't think. If we have, it's only just happened. Yeah, I think it just happened. So we have about 1 minute left in the round. Okay, Rune burning a double. Has a very nice Tetris well. Only down 1 Tetris. Okay, Floyd got another Tetris to make up for it. Oh, these are some bad pieces for Rune now, too.
Yeah, this randomizer is so hellish.
Okay. Oh, the eye 1 piece too early? Can he get another one?
We're holding down. Rune, what are you doing? You're scaring me!
Floyd didn't have time for another one! I think that gives it to Rune.
No way. Incredible. Oh my god, Rune, he's holding down, desperate to draw that final eyepiece, and if he hadn't done that, he wouldn't have been able to take the round. Oh my god. Incredible. Game is so funny. All right, looks like Floyd finally, after clearing a few singles and doubles, has finally found a position that he feels comfortable building Tetrises off of. Rune already cashing in that first Tetris.
Yep, but then was forced to burn a couple lines of his own here. NES Tetris is not known for having a very friendly RNG, I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of known for the opposite. It might actually be smart for Rune to burn a triple here to maximize the points.
Mm-hmm.
But just takes a Tetris, gets out of here with 22k. Floyd, however, could have gone for one more, but instead opts to keep up the pace.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they're essentially tied going into Dr. Mario.
I have a question in chat that I don't understand if I'm being trolled right now. How often does the long bar show up in between spawns?
I don't think there is a set number, Rodney. It is a, however often the RNG feels like it.
CT is speculating
like,
that it's...
CT would be able to give you a more correct answer, but it is essentially pure random modulo some shenanigans.
Rune, I think, was looking to take this red from the bottom, but a moment of awkwardness.
Yeah, this has become not just a single moment of awkwardness. This is a whole board of awkwardness. Oh, okay, never mind. Rune was just
simply gaming, taking a horizontal clear that was a little mystical looking, but he's actually not that far behind in terms of time. I wasn't keeping track of Dr. Mario's score.
One Tetris behind and coming into A-type is not that far.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a deficit to make up, but one misdrop from Floyd and that could just be the entire lead switched.
Oh, interesting.
Or as we saw in the first round, one unfortunate late top out.
Absolutely, yeah. That's always on the table.
Floyd has kind of reversed their well.
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? But they finally draw this piece they're looking for. Oh no, that doesn't skim!
T-spin? Rune with the T-spin?
It's the only spin available in this rotation system.
So Floyd, okay, having a good left well here. But spending all that time, Rune's caught up in score, though their board is noticeably less full.
Mm-hmm. Floyd is pondering this game here. It's kind of a funny one. It required gazing at the piece queue a little bit and thought,
ooh, the double. And we just hit the speed up too, so 1 minute to go.
And Floyd keeps on... I guess the plan is that we're simply going to take a triple with an eyepiece and then continue to make Tetrises on top.
Yeah, but that's gonna put it. Oh, that's gonna put him so close in score.
Absolutely. And who knows when this next eyepiece is gonna come.
Yeah, that's a point. Okay, Rune gets theirs. They're a full Tetris and a half ahead. Floyd now the one holding down, looking for an eye.
That's one of the funny things about this game is that getting high on board, you know, building this Tetris well, you might want to be able to discard pieces. Like,
all right, Rune, another one. 5,000 point lead. That's time.
oh my god, what a nail biter of a match.
What a match!
Incredible.
That was-
4 to 87.
That was only the second closest round in that set. That's nothing.
Congratulations. GG's. Rune, you're moving on to winner semis. Winners finals. I'm sorry, we're in semis right now.
I'm never gonna forget that the S goes to the right no matter which button you press ever again.
No.
Oh, and now we have DDR Dan and Ratttz.
It's strange that you can't seem to type in game in this game.
You
In
can't type
SNES?
in SNES 9.
Okay. It's been a while since I've played Funny Baseball, so I guess I just forgot that.
SNES 9X on Fightcade was like a project that was started and then immediately forgotten about. So it lacks basically everything.
Mhm. Yeah, it's also a little, I mean, the inputs are fairly good. They're not quite as good as when we play NES games, though.
Oh no, because it like the game does not, or the emulator does not run at 60 FPS.
Ah, right.
That is the problem with it. It only runs at about 56 FPS.
Yeah. No, my excuse for round one is absolutely that I forgot which way the S goes when you press the button. I think I've been playing around the controls fairly well, but they are kind of annoying. Let me just check who's on whose side.
So yeah, Ratttz on the left, DDR
and-
Dan on the right here.
Yes, okay. Dan seems like a very challenging opponent. I'm either going to have to play against them, or I'm going to have to play against someone who can defeat them. Oh, I tried to do my very best making giant chains in Dr. Mario in that second round, and I could still only barely manage 7,000 points. Let's see if Dan can do a little better than that.
Well, this isn't the most chain
I'd...
set up here, but this isn't a
You see
bad
that
one.
red virus that's kind of in the way? Ah, I was thinking maybe you could try to do that red virus horizontally with a blue and red on top of it. Get a
Could have
chain
even
started that
gone
way.
like cleared both reds horizontally, because that's two viruses then.
Oh yeah, it's clear two reds on the left. That would have been pretty clever, but building the scaffolding for that would have been a real pain.
Yeah, that's kind of what the problem is. Like everything here was lined up in the same column all the way down.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking of going in from the right. It wouldn't have been quite as many points, but it would have been a lot faster. Well, they've got
I'm
something
probably
cooking here. This
fishing
looks
for
like...
a blue yellow here, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Oh, but they
step
use it
to
on
the
that
left.
side. Oh, and that one on that side as well.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Oh,
this
that's
does
the
just
trigger.
clear
Okay,
everything.
that makes a lot more sense.
Okay, so have a fast 20k and get out of here faster than Ratttz?
Don't know why they were desperate for that double red when the red blue they got earlier would have been fine, but
I think they misdropped.
yeah. Have a double ZS start, fools.
This is this is the worst.
Dan handles it about as well as you could. Ratttz, not much worse. Honestly, both players handled it fine.
Oh,
Oh, but Ratttz with the
Oh!
drop.
That's not what you want to see. Okay, doing the one kind of spin that's allowed, good. Even just-
You can do L and J spins in this too.
Oh, really? I've never been confident enough to try. Even just doing the world's most basic T-spins in this game is nerve-wracking. I can't believe I built one of them into my stack just that last round. Because like we were talking about earlier, the gravity in this game is... Well, not the gravity, sorry. The lock delay in this game is pretty rough. So when you do a T-spin, you're doing it against gravity.
I
think the thing that hurts in this game more than anything is the bass. Emphasis on delayed auto shift.
yeah.
I know when I used to speedrun this game for Dr. Mario, I spent most of my time fighting the DAS.
It's funny you mentioned that. My puzzle speedrun of choice around the same time was NES Tetris. And let me tell you,
Oh, that's even worse.
yeah, I don't know whatever trick they used to wrangle it. There's all sorts of tricks they use these days. I was tapping.
Use the DAS anymore.
Yeah.
They just decided it's so unreliable that it's easier to just tap as quickly as possible because you can tap
thought that
faster than
was-
the DAS.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can. That was my strategy. I thought there was a new strategy called rolling or something that they were pulling off these days.
Yeah, you basically tap the controller into your fingers and have it press the buttons for you.
Okay, that's what they mean by that.
Yeah, you tap the underside of your controller and basically tap the buttons up into you.
That... I mean, that sounds difficult to learn, but that does sound like the kind of thing that would really work in that game. Anyway, while we were talking about a game that is not being played, Dan scored almost 90,000 points. Apparently got 100,000 against dmhero earlier. They are getting the scores that I dream of, but but more consistently than I am.
I don't know, you got an 80k in one of your rounds.
I did, but every single one of my 3 rounds involved a throw. It's just 2 of them were small throws. I'd like to think that I'd be getting 90s and 100s as well if I wasn't, like, making a giant mistake every round. Anyway. This isn't about
couldn't
me,
get the Tetris, just got out of the game with the score.
Because the fastest way to go through B is by building up at the top like that, it's so hard to actually greed for nothing but Tetrises. You need to get pretty lucky to get them.
This is the Dr. Mario chain board I dream of.
Yeah, this one does look pretty nice. The fact that it was the center that was mainly free.
And like the horizontal double yellow. I love seeing those just isolated. Because those are like so easy to build on top of and get more things to fall.
You know, with that chain dmhero just did, I wonder if they've done a lot of Puzzle Pirates sailing. That was a sailing chain.
I've never played Puzzle Pirates.
It's a shame. It's a good game. But that, if you don't mind a minor tangent, is what this very much reminds me of, the idea of we're trying to clear a Dr. Mario board in one go, because that is how you score well in sailing too. It gives you a very similar challenge of, here's a bunch of things that you need to fill in with Dr. Mario pieces, and the more you get in a single chain, the more points you get.
Ah, yeah, Amelia, we did mean DDR Dan on the right, not dmhero.
Oh. I don't remember a single word I say after I say it, so if that was me, then I apologize.
So Ratttz coming into A-type about, I'd say about 2 or 3 Tetrises behind.
Yeah.
I think she was about even in B-type, but was about 10k behind or so.
I believe so, yes. Normally against a chaining Dr. Mario player, you're going into here with quite a big deficit, but I don't think Ratttz has a huge one this time around. As long as they can just get a couple of extra Tetrises, they're fine. Oh, a T would just fix this right up.
DDR Dan is... They have been playing with the down button taped down on their controller, it seems.
That's how you're supposed to do it. I mentioned this earlier, I will literally hold down until I'm up to about row 7. Just hold down while tapping left and right. Or sometimes hold down while holding left and right. The diagonal dash in this game is a little weird, but you can wrangle it.
Yeah, the diagonal dash is very... That's actually the reason that the dash is so bad in this game. It's because diagonal's stuck.
Yeah.
But Ratttz has done a good job catching up here.
Yeah. Has
Dan
a few
has some-
Tetrises in the bank and has a much cleaner board. This is looking very good for Ratttz.
Yep, but Dan is getting things cleaned up. Gets another Tetris, though, for some insurance. While Dan
So Dan's got a decent setup for mid-board Tetrises here. If they're very brave, they'll just keep this for the rest of the game.
Oh, okay. That's only a 10k lead for Ratttz. Might want to start holding down for those eyes, because I know we're getting close to time. Alright, got 2. 25k. That's probably enough.
Yeah, that was good. Cashing that in maybe just before the end? It's hard to tell.
Okay, Dan gets one more.
They're gonna need...
Do you have time for one more on top of that?
Okay.
No.
No, they needed at least 2 eyepieces for another Tetris. I don't think they were ever getting that in time. Oh, you were exactly right. That's almost exactly a 10,000 lead going into Game 3, but not enough to make up the 18,000 that Ratttz got on them in the final game.
Alright, so once again, Game 3 situation.
Dan finding a very quick, what's the word I'm looking for? Cut off here to, like, just cut off the mid-board and start making Tetrises.
Yep. Ratttz had one, but then opened it back up and then closed it again.
Yeah, it's kind of the funny thing. If you play too well and get all the way back down to the bottom, then you've got to cut it off again. You might, like, if you get a Tetris in the first 4 lines, you might want to wait for 5.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of, like, playing push mode in Tetris DS, if you ever played that.
Yes, I have. Like many people, Tetris DS is the game that pushed me to get good at Tetris in the first place.
Same.
So playing a whole bunch of push mode is how I spent my teenage years. Well, every mode in that game, but you know.
Alright, DDR Dan got 22k out of B-Type. Lots of Tetrises.
Yes, they played a very excellent B-Type. If they can also get a big chain in Dr. Mario, they will have a very big lead going into Game 3. This board doesn't look fantastic, though. They can do a stairs chain across the bottom. They get rid of the red in the top right. They can't even start it with that now. This isn't looking like an 8
Yeah, this is definitely... This is looking like a speed run Dr. Mario that DDR Dan is trying to pull.
Fair enough. It's possible that because they noticed they had a giant lead in B-type Tetris, there's like... There's no need to risk anything here.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And like making these stairs across the bottom is not super risky. I'm not sure if they can get this final yellow involved.
Yep.
Oh, they're gonna try.
They sure can. Okay, that's a full board clear.
Oh, right, the scaffolding falls. They don't even... Okay. I was wondering how they were going to involve the second column from the right, but they can just drop it.
So, yeah, that puts them 35k ahead. That's
5 Tetrises almost exactly.
Yep.
With how solid they've been in Tetris A in their previous rounds, it's going to be quite the uphill battle for Ratttz here.
Yep. Although last round they did have that misdrop that cost them, honestly cost them the game. So all they need to do is just play solid Tetris. They don't even have to play good Tetris, just like
good enough.
Good enough. Get like 20A and hold on. Unless you trust, like, Ratttz will get 50 or 60.
I'd be a little scared with 20. I've definitely seen 60Ks in Tetris A before. I would only start, like, once I had 40, that's when I would let go of the controller and just start guiding pieces into safe spots. 30 is where I'd start feeling a little bit safe, but it's not until 40 where you've won.
And we haven't even hit the speed up yet.
Oh!
Decent amount of time.
Oh, wow, actually, I suppose it makes sense that S kick... It's not even a kick, that S spin works, but... That's not how I would have solved that, especially not after seeing that you got the J in the next queue.
We should be getting to the speed up here in just a few moments. Yep, that was it.
Right. I'll trust your ears. Yeah, Dan is about 1.5, 2.5 Tetrises ahead. Plus their lead from earlier. Plus their stack is both really good and also very low.
Yeah, this is like 100k.
Yeah. It's fun to run up the scoreboard, and with how low the stack is, there's no real risk to it. But this is definitely where they could just go, I'm done playing.
$64.
If they didn't slam down, they maybe could have gotten one more Tetris with that material remaining. Maybe. You know, if they wanted 120,000 points.
116! Holy moly!
That's a normal amount. That's a totally normal amount to play.
Tetris A-type score was higher than your entire round score.
Just a normal thing to do. It's just a thing you do when you're playing video games.
Yeah. No, if you want to win, I recommend getting as many points as possible. It's just a normal thing to do.
Alrighty. Looks like our TO's maybe giving me instructions soon. I don't know if we're heading over to... I don't know if we're heading over to losers or if we're doing a little commercial break. That may be coming your way in a second. Yep, okay, let's tell you all about some upcoming events here at Puzzle Wednesday, Friday mode. Most of these are going to be on Wednesdays. October 25th, our next Wednesday bracket. We're playing Ghost Lop. This is Puzzle Bobble by way of Ikaruga. You have two colors, blue and orange. You got to match the ghosts with your ball. That you can change colors at any time with the tap of a button. Looking to drop the ghost from the top of the screen down to the bottom, and then sending that much damage over to your opponent. It's a surprisingly technical game with huge greeds available and even bigger damage. And a neat little scoring quota system that you might really enjoy. Ghostlop was not available originally in arcades. It was a prototype that got canned, but thanks to the tireless efforts of collectors everywhere, has now found its way onto Fightcade. So I highly encourage you to show up for Ghostlop October 25th. November 1st, we have Pedal Crash, but we're playing a very special Pedal Crash bracket. It's going to be Pedal Crash Potpourri mode, where every round is going to be a different rule set. And let me tell you, when it comes to customization, Pedal Crash it's got a lot of modes. So,
you ever want to play Pedal Crash with tilt controls?
With tilt controls? What about with walls?
With walls? Sending yourself garbage?
All of these and more await you in Pedal Crash Potpourri, November 1st. I highly encourage you to show up to this bracket. It's a lot of fun. It's got beautiful rollback netcode, and it's available on Steam. Go get it. November 8th, we have Magical Drop 3. I think this is a no-frills Magical Drop 3 bracket, but it's still one of our more competitive, more stacked brackets. They're usually pretty large, and I highly encourage you to show up. Whether you're a hyper-competitive person or not, it's a great way to meet new players and meet people at your skill level, whether you aim to take down the bracket or not. November 15th, we are playing Puzzle Fighter 2 Y mode. So if you'd like to play Puzzle Fighter without Crash Gems and with there's sort of like the columns type rules, it's kind of an interesting twist on Puzzle Fighter. It's only available on the Dreamcast mode, so we're going to be playing on Flycast. It's going to be a grand old time. And I don't think there's ever been a scene for Y mode, so if you are looking for something a little more casual, that's definitely for you. November 17th, Puzzle Wednesday Friday mode returns with Dr. Thong's Righter of Wrongs. This incredible puzzle game, which is free on itch.io, is all about making squares from pieces that you draw randomly, but the versus mode is nightmarish because you and your opponent are playing on the same board, and you actually can't cut your own pieces. You have to wait for your opponent to cut them for you. It's really a time. You got to show up for Dr. Thongs. I'm excited.
Are you telling us we have to be there and be square?
You do have to be square. That's
They're
intensely important.
It's
I do want to.
Rectangle.
It is rectangles, but you know, I do want to remind you that if you're playing a Dr. Thongs bracket, you will need a copy of Radman ready to go. There is no traversal for Dr. Thongs, so you will need to do that in order to connect to other people and play. And also, I encourage you to be on a wired connection so you can stream your match to the Discord, which is how we will be sharing your matches to the stream. So bear that in mind. November 22nd, we have Puzzle Stadium. I'm not saying the actual name because I can't remember it. This is the strangest Puyo I think I've ever played. You're playing baseball. You're legit simply playing baseball. Every time you have a chain link and you're on offense, it will simulate runs. And when your opponent similarly also does chain links, they can get outs. And the object, of course, is to play and get the most runs across 9 innings. And every time, you get a pair of outs, change sides and proceed through the innings. It's really unique. Not just because of the runs, the baseball aspect, but also because the garbage is completely different from Puyo. The garbage is colored, but it won't clear on its own. Instead, it connects groups by color, which gives it a sort of not quite Darun Daro Daro energy, but just a fun little casual vibe. That's available this November 22nd. And November 29th as our last bracket for the month of November, we have Soldam. This is a bit like What If Othello, where Tetris the Grandmaster. You're going to be making lines by flipping pieces from red to blue, and every time you clear a line, if you clear a double or greater, you're going to send that much -1 lines to your opponent. And so you're trying not just to send huge damage to your opponent, you also want to mix them up. You want to make sure that they're not able to send it right on back to you. So check out that bracket, November 29th. It's a hoot. I love Soldam. I look forward to seeing you there. And that's all, folks. That's all we got for upcoming events. We're gonna be getting right back into it. Our hardworking TOs, I'm sure, have worked very hard on a stream route, but I'm ignorant. I don't read. I've never read anything in my life.
That's the way it should be, really.
All remaining uncalled games will be played on stream. You don't say. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a cool half hour.
Yeah, if only there was some way to tell exactly how long that would
Actually,
take.
it's like an hour.
Yeah, no, it's
about an hour.
Rune.
Am I up first?
You are up first, turns out.
Okay, I don't fancy my chances, but I'll give it a good shot.
I believe in you.
Alright, I'm gonna deafen myself, and I'll come back in 10 or 15 minutes.
Hell yeah. Dr. Thongs is challenging, and it's so Dr. Thongs is a fan reimagining of It's Mr. Pants for the Game Boy Advance, which I also encourage you to try. But from my memory, it's like a bit faster. I think the normal wipeout time is like 5 minutes, whereas in Dr. Thongs it's like 2. So you better be caffeinated if you expect to clear hard mode. It's quite challenging. I think my PB is just shy of like 13 seconds from ending. Looks like Rune is probably in the black screen dimension, connecting all the way from the land down under to anywhere else. It's a little challenging, and so SNES 9X probably not cooperating. I love all of these various Tetris games that are going by in the background. Shout out with your favorite of them. I think Sega Tet.
Naomi is still good.
Pretty good. Yeah. TP2 is also pretty great, but TP2 assistant professor mode. Not classic is a little sad. Alrighty, I'm gonna stream that to the Discord. Where is it? There we go. I have Rune on the left. DDR Dan on the right. We are in winners finals. We're playing first to 2.
All right, and they're off.
I see. Great start for DDR Dan, actually.
Yep.
Really identified. They didn't really have to think about it terribly hard. They were able to solve for a flat bottom pretty quick, but this piece queue not being friendly. We do have some skims available.
Like no eyes. And then of course you get how many in a row? 3, 4 eyes.
Normal. Whatever. I'm sure everybody has the College Humor skit like burned burnt into their mind, but this game really does demonstrate it. Oh, funny skim for DDR Dan.
Right, Rune not taking the extra. Getting out of there with basically twice DDR Dan's score.
Mm-hmm. And having a point lead and getting to Dr. Mario more or less on the same frame is like pretty good. You gotta be feeling pretty good about that.
Yep. But also gotta be a little bit worried about what DDR Dan's pulled off so far in bracket.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, no slouch.
Amelia, I'm not actually sure if the assistant is...
An assistant professor?
Yeah.
Looks like Rune is going to try and clear this yellow obstruction from the side, but first has to get through all these viruses.
Oh
Got a one virus
goodness.
lead. But DDR Dance points. Like,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
So Rune got here with an 11k lead, and he's leaving here at basically the same time
Mhm.
with a 22k deficit.
Yeah. Normal. Like, that's the thing, is that while it's like we talk about the general strategy being rushing to A-type, the better Dr. Mario players
Oh, dear.
do not need to slow down. Rune has glued his down button. It's just like that now. This is the power of, so Rune has told me that he's got like a dedicated hyper tap sort of thing going on. So it looks like he's really not bothered by this horizontal dash situation. I find it extremely uncomfortable. I'm used to charging dash, like during ARE timing. Like,
Yeah, you can't do that here. Or,
You
I mean,
know,
you can,
I-
but it's very jank. Everything about DAS and NES Tetris and Dr.
Mhm.
Mario and the SNES ones are just so jank. It really shows that Nintendo coded these games in like a few weeks.
oh, sure. Well, my
Oh,
understanding is
So
that...
this
oh,
is a
oh, ooh, okay. All right. No, it's fine. Rune is
like,
definitely
Rune is fine,
needs to find
but-
some action,
Oh my
but
goodness.
yeah. Oh my god. Okay,
No, that's a different game.
that is true. Maybe next year we'll run oh my god. That's just going to be my reactions for the rest of the set. I think the actual issue is that there's not a whole lot of time left.
Yeah, we've
even if
already hit
Rune-
speed up, and Rune is still behind.
Okay. Let's find some action.
Yeah, but Dan, I was gonna say Dan has a Tetris well set up, and
Mhm.
the RNG is not friendly right now.
Okay. Wow, Rune really fiending for this Tetris at top board, but gets it. So, you know what? He clearly knows something I don't.
Oh my god.
Okay. Alright, Rune. You just gotta find 20,000 points in your back pocket. That's like, you know, like pocket change. You'll find that anywhere. That's what, 30,000 points ahead for DD? No,
35.
40. Yeah, wow.
Just a casual 111.
It's normal. Anyone could do it.
I mean, if the score counter goes up that high, you might as well use all the digits, right?
True, true, true. DDR Dan has built multiple Tetrises, and it looks like Rune is dedicated mostly to these sort of triples, and it's like a multi Tetris deficit here.
Yeah, having a
We do
split
get
well
one.
is not a good thing in NES Tetris, honestly.
Well,
Yep, that was probably the right play. I'd say hold down, but you probably need to, like, make space while holding down.
okay. I thought he was just gonna discard in columns 1 and 2.
I did
And then he
too.
went for a tuck anyway, and I'm like, alright, fine!
Oh, this Dr. Mario board is so juicy for... You could do a fat log here that clears 6 viruses at once if you did it right.
Incredible.
The double red with 2 double blues right there in the middle of the starting board.
Mhm.
That was just asking to be set up.
Oh, what an incredible spin from DDR Dan. Just kind of swooshing on in this yellow-red.
If you did it right, you could have even gotten the blue, the higher blue below them into that chain.
I love that horizontal clear.
I'm just impressed by how quickly DDR Dan is setting up these incredible Dr. Mario chains.
Yeah, he's not really thinking about it.
Like,
Or he's not
normally-
thinking about it the way that I would.
yeah, or the way that, like, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always thought myself decent at making good Dr. Mario chains, but, like,
Mm-hmm.
they usually take me a lot longer than that.
Yeah. Oh, Root's got a good one
Oh,
here.
It's got a decent one. This is a 6 virus chain. That's only going to be 10k behind. So, 10k behind here and 12k behind in Tetris.
Means that he needs about 3 Tetrises.
Yeah, needs about 3 extra Tetrises.
But he entered A-type second, so...
So he needs to hit about 78k? Is that what you're telling me?
Something like that, yeah. Normal. It's a normal amount. It's a normal amount to get in A mode. Actually, I don't think I've gotten more than 60 in A-type before.
Oh, that's gonna need specifically a T.
Well, find it. It's this upcoming S, so it's like, get me out of here. Okay.
Okay.
We're overstacking a lot in column 10, but
Yeah, I didn't really have a choice. And it isn't like DDR Dan's board is in a particularly great shape. This actually might be a little bit of an opportunity here.
Ooh. Oh, look at this.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Does need okay.
No!
It's salvageable. Salvageable.
Okay.
Where's
Normal. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
living.
Everything is fine.
We're living.
Okay.
We hit the speed up.
Oh. Oh. Okay, buddy. I believe in you, pal.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
Yep. Takes a triple. Has no other choice.
Oh.
DDR Dan has already gotten the lead back. Despite how ridiculously bad their board is. Okay. Okay, if we get another eye, we might be in.
Oh, we're gaming. All right.
Oh, but that. I think that Tetris from DDR Dan might have done it. That might have been just enough.
Yeah. Dang.
It was.
Oh, brother.
Okay, how close was it?
Oof.
11,
By about 11.
Yeah. Needed another Tetris and a half.
Oh, I maybe could have had that second round.
Yeah, that was very close. But congratulations to DDR Dan, waiting around in grand finals.
It's more effective to put big links early in the Dr. Mario chain, right? Like 3-1-1 instead of 1-1-3.
It does not matter because it is entire. Wait, does it matter? I don't actually know.
I think Amelia in the chat may know. More
doesn't
viruses
matter.
earlier to build to max. Oh wait, doesn't matter from dmhero though. They would also know.
It doesn't matter at all. It's you get a flat score per virus, and it's just the more viruses you clear in a single chain. So like, yeah, and that makes sense because like if you clear a 2 chain, you get 200 plus 400. But if you clear 2 viruses at once, you just get 600.
Right.
And it works like that for everything else.
Got it.
So it's entirely just clear a bunch of viruses in a single chain. Doesn't matter if they're early or late. Anyway, our next match has been called. I don't remember who it was.
It's gonna be dmhero v Floyd.
Oh boy. Yeah, Dr. Mario Championship team kill here. These two both incredibly good at the Dr. Mario.
I was a little surprised when I played stohlern. I was screen watching them just a little bit. They seem to be speed running rather than going for big chains.
They were just kind of speed running through the Dr. Mario and just going for all their points in Tetris.
That's interesting. Because having faced both styles now, it really does seem like if you are incredible at both games, you should be trying to get a lot of points in both. Dr. MC is a speedrun community score. I see. So it's possible that they might not be experienced in trying to truly.
Ooh, you're kind of going into the robot dimension a little bit.
No, I am. This has been happening to me a lot recently. Is it good now?
It's actually pretty great. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, my Ethernet has been annoyingly spotty lately. I'm totally wired in, but this just happens from time to time.
Oh, the four Z's in a row.
Exactly
All
the kind of
Floyd needed.
the quantity you want to see.
Was anything else?
You know what's brutal is that Floyd didn't even have a flat, like, bottom to their well, so they weren't even able to get a Tetris.
So painful.
I'm surprised stohlern just accepted that triple there instead of greeting for the Tetris. They are now 11,000 points behind.
Miro's got something a little convoluted going. We're definitely
this
cooking
is
a
gonna
little
be
bit.
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, putting that yellow-blue in column 4 is proof that they want something. Oh no, they're not trying to clear the blues. Okay. I thought they were honestly going to build a giant blue spike in column 4 and just play around it, but I think they realized it was a little bit too risky.
Yeah, considering
Or maybe they
column
didn't
4
even
is one of the ones that will kill you if it fills.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if they had enough room. That's how risky it was.
Floyd getting out of Dr. Mario actually pretty fast.
Yeah, real quick. Even
the
with a whole bunch of
5 virus
material left
lead.
behind,
Mm-hmm.
just slamming those pieces down. Couple more reds, couple more blues, and dmhero can probably clear this all out in one go. Oh, nope, doesn't greed for
Nope. Doesn't bother.
it. So that is an extra 10,000 in both games for dmhero. Well, maybe not quite 10,000 in both, but almost. So it may look like they're behind by a Tetris and a half here. But actually, it's more like they're ahead by a Tetris and a half if you include the previous 2 games. Oh.
dmhero looks like he played pretty comfortably in this DAS. Oh no, Floyd! This
Oh,
column 3 misdrop is so sad. Yeah.
I was there just a second ago, stohlern. If you need a shoulder to lean on. Yeah,
When the
dmhero's
auto
Tetris
shift
is
was
very
delayed.
good.
Yeah, pretty solid, right?
Yeah, no, I call myself a Tetris specialist. He's playing just as well as I would. It's hard to tell that he's supposed to be a Dr. Mario specialist.
This multi-Tetris lead, yeah.
Yeah. Gets 2 Zs in a row, has to end up building a spike up the center here. But aside from that, the stack is... Oh, actually committing a little harder to it with the Ts. I mean, having a big spire in the center is not the worst thing in the world. Oh.
It does make holding down a little awkward or dangerous.
Yeah, it's like, out of all the problems you can have, it's one of the smaller ones, but it is a problem. Not quite as big of a problem as the ones that stohlern is facing on the left, though. That is looking like it's going to be very difficult to fix.
Mm-hmm. And with very little time left on the clock, you know, topping out is not an option. Yeah. I've seen people take a top out in B mode before. Like, it's not unheard of.
Yeah. I've seen people do it intentionally if they see their opponent's piece queue sucks.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, didn't take a Tetris there. Oh, because he wanted the... No. Would have been fine.
Because I'm speaking out loud, I actually cannot at you, Amelia. But you are the people I was talking about, yes. A pretty
commanding
convincing lead in
50.
all 3 games.
Yeah.
Yep. So would you say that Dr. Mario was the first Cascade Tetris?
It's the first one I can think of, yes.
Really? I feel like it's a matching game, so I feel like Cleo is the first, but
Oh, I don't know much about Cleo. When did that come out? Or are you implying
it was in
that...
the 90s. That it's not a Cascade Tetris, yeah.
Right. I mean, I think they just meant cascading falling block game rather than cascading Tetris specifically. It's just funny to call everything a Tetris.
That is true. Everything is a Tetris if you look at it hard enough.
Yeah, and I mean, like, discounting the fact that
Ooh.
Nintendo literally made a cascading Tetris, like, a few years
Yeah,
after
no.
this game, called Tetris
The
2.
moment stohlern placed that O, they were playing with fire. That O needed to skim. And if dmhero's clever here, nope, doesn't feel like greeting, fine. I wanted to see a 29,000, I love those.
I feel like if if you're trying to protect a 20,000 point lead, like, just exit the mode, it's fine. I know, responsibilities, paying bills, all that stuff. You're not about it, but...
Yeah, no. Do I look like the kind of person with a job,
would pay a bill?
wife, a kids, a mortgage? None of these things. I live the bachelor life for myself, and the bachelor life is about getting Tetrises. This is quite the chain that dmhero is attempting.
Yeah.
Seems pretty doable.
Yeah. I was wondering if that loose red would somehow be gotten rid of, and then they could try to greed even further.
Mm-hmm.
But I think even for someone who's very, very good at Dr. Mario, that would not have been possible. So actually, because they couldn't...
How much of the remaining board do you think they'll go? Oh, they're just gonna burn it.
Yeah, I think they're fairly aware of their lead. The answer is none of it, apparently. Actually, I wasn't paying attention. Roughly how many points did stohlern get in their B?
22.
Oh, okay, so they actually managed to come back and get the same number of points there.
Yeah, it's more a question of time.
Yeah,
rather
no, they are
than-
still fighting uphill. The problem is, I don't think that stohlern is very experienced with making giant Dr. Mario chains, so they're going to take a 10,000 point hit here, in addition to the time penalty.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said stohlern. Stohlern got 5k.
Oh, I see.
It was pretty rough.
That's
But-
pretty rough. No, it's starting to look like they're not going to be able to pull it off then.
If dmhero had such a bad piece queue that he was forced to take a top out here, I wouldn't write... And that can happen at any time. Like...
Yeah.
Like, low key, that's always sort of on the table in this.
I'd like to
Just
think that it takes a bad miscue and a misdrop for me. Most of my top outs are misdrops.
We'd all like to think that, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
You know?
There is no protection in NES Tetris, as far as I know, from giving you only S's, E's, and O's.
Yeah. Well, the protection is the astronomical unlikeliness, but yeah. As you get closer and closer to the top, it takes less and less in a row to get very bad for you.
And I guess, strictly speaking, I don't know how the RNG is incremented, if it is... If it, like, is...
This game does
by-
feel pretty close to pure random. If it's not pure random, then it's not very far away from it, I think.
Mm-hmm. We're past the speed up, so even though dmhero had a pretty unproductive stretch,
Yeah. A mere 35,000 points, plus however many they get in the next few seconds.
stohlern is definitely cooking here. Like, this is a great A mode so far.
Yeah, dmhero is on pace for about a 70k. Okay.
Oh, what a
little
shame.
more than
Doesn't
70.
get that extra Tetris. No, people saying GG's in the chat. We were fairly sure that with a 30,000 point lead going into game 3, this was probably going to be another win for dmhero, yes.
All right.
Yeah, so for those of you at home who are curious about the GGs, SNES 9X is basically like slowly but surely falling out of sync, going quite slow. And a consequence of that is that they're going to be finished long before we are.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was actually getting more and more out of sync. That's interesting.
Yeah, the replay
it's
also
funny.
runs slower than the actual game
Huh.
because it's like it's running at the 56 FPS, but then also buffering constantly.
Do the
It's
Fightcade
very-
people have any plans to change this? Like get a new emulator?
My understanding is no.
No, nobody is working on the project at Fightcade any longer.
When you say the project, you mean the SNES project or
The
the
SNES
Fight?
project.
Right. Sorry, it's been a while since there's been a Fightcade update. I was a little scared.
Oh no, there are plenty of people working on actual Fightcade.
Yes, okay. No, I imagine SNES would be fairly low priority for them. There's not a lot of, like, fighting games whose best version is the SNES version.
There's also
Anyway,
like a
we
lot of
have,
desyncing issues. Like, this is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got
Anyway,
Ratttz
we
on the
have,
left,
Ratttz
Amelia on the
and
right.
Amelia here, yeah.
So I can tell you, Amelia is very, very good at Dr. Mario. And I can also tell you that Ratttz is very, very good at video games.
Yes, but
Although-
she might be a
isn't
little close to the
unworthy.
top.
That S. I wonder, you definitely could have gotten out of that with IRS. Could you have gotten out of that without IRS if the T went left and the S went right?
You're asking the important questions, Rune.
Yeah. No, I'm asking the very important questions that completely matter to this game. That's a shame.
I'm fairly sure if you try to get out of anything at the IRS, they'll just tell you to pay your taxes.
Ah, yes. No, this is a very cruel version of Tetris. There's no need for me to even explain what IRS stands for, because that's not here. This is hell. Anyway, Amelia, as you might expect, is setting up some kind of giant Dr. Mario chain. Let's see how that works out for her.
Where is the trigger? The trigger is a blue-red in
Whoops.
the middle?
Oh,
I think she might have to take it here then,
Yeah,
if it's
it's a
double
little early.
color trigger. Yeah, but it's still...
Yeah, it's actually,
It's still
yeah, it's
15K.
10,000 points when she wanted 30,000. In fact, 30,000's too low for her. She wanted everything. There's only so much space in the bottle. That's the limit on her ambition. But yeah, having such a complicated trigger requiring that exact blue-red means you can only build so much before you have to admit that you're never going to get a blue-red again. I wonder what Amelia's
Alright.
doing. As far as I can tell, this chain is done building. She seems
Probably
to think
trying to
there's
take
more.
the yellow with it so that she
Ah.
can chain link.
Yes, okay. Does this even work, though?
No,
No.
because the blue doesn't line up anymore.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate, but
But
that's
can
okay.
add
Now
the-
she just has another chain to finish it off.
that link in instead. That's the new link. Meanwhile, Ratttz completely catching up after a top out in Game B thanks to Amelia's ridiculous greed.
Yeah, but still, I think behind in
Certainly
points.
behind in points. I can't quite recall exactly how many, but I wouldn't feel comfortable unless I was a few Tetrises ahead in this situation.
Yeah, I don't remember how far she was behind in B-type, but she was 12k behind in Dr. Mario alone, which is already a Tetris and a half.
Still, I've played mixed match against Amelia quite a lot. She's probably my most frequent opponent. I have been in this exact situation numerous times, and I've won it enough. I've won it enough where I wouldn't feel too bad going into this. Oh. Amelia getting a run of T's and S's. Ends up putting them in a slightly weird way, but yes, it can be fixed without even spinning any pieces. You just need to tuck them under.
Yep.
Alright, that's a decent fix. Manages to get back into the swing of things quickly.
Ratttz ahead one Tetris, so making up some of this.
Yeah. With how clean the boards are, I would say, yeah, Ratttz isn't really ahead.
Yeah.
You've got this much time, you've got that much... Oh! Sorry, did I say this much time? I forgot we had a top out in game B.
So yeah, I'm taking that one comfortably, about 20k.
Yeah. I do not have an internal clock. I cannot tell the tempo of a song. I am counting out 5 minutes based on vibes here, and the vibes weren't 5 minutes yet.
Ratttz setting up for a T-spin double.
Just a T-spin single. Yeah. No, not even.
Get the T-spin.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an awkward cutoff. I think Amelia's finally figured out her cutoff. And now Ratttz, do you want a center well? Maybe not, cleaning it up a little bit more. Ooh!
Ooh. I think she might just want to get out of B-type.
At this point, that's what I would be thinking. Actually, no, that's not true. I literally
you could just
always
be topping out and redoing B-type if you wanted also.
No, that's probably the wrong idea.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess you are kind of capped on B-type score.
Yeah, there's only so many points you can get in B-type. You might as well be getting those points in A-type instead. I don't think an intentional top-out in B is ever correct.
I think it's correct if you immediately misdrop and you're about dead at the start.
Oh, yeah. Either a misdrop with one of the first two pieces, or a admission that you do not think you can fix it without dying. Anyway, that was Amelia ahead by, what, 10, 12,000? Tetris and a half?
About 10k, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I don't know if this chain works.
How many columns are there in a Dr. Mario board? Is that
8.
column 9? Oh, okay. That is column 7 that is going to be difficult to tuck a piece around, but I think that's what she's banking on. Oh boy. Columns 4 and 5 and 7 all up at the top.
Yeah, I think she was just kind of matching colors. I didn't see how that chain worked. It just kind of split in the middle.
It's the double blue tucked into the column 8 is where the trigger was. Now, I mean, that still does stuff, but it doesn't set off the whole board anymore.
I'm not sure if that's possible on medium. First few
I think it should barely be. Will she try it with this one?
Ooh.
No, okay. If she's not trying it, maybe it isn't possible. Oh! That was a fun red cross. In fact, it was so large it can barely be called a cross. It was almost a square. Oh. What's that yellow tuck? Ah, wants this instead. That is maybe a little better.
That's probably better.
Now, a horizontal yellow sets off a lot of this blue.
Yeah, but look at what's happening on Rattz's board right now.
That's not Dr. Mario, that's a different video game.
Exactly.
That's probably good news for Ratttz. I mean, I do like Dr. Mario, but sometimes I wish I was playing Tetris instead.
I mean, sometimes if I want a lot of points really fast, I want to play Tetris.
Yeah, do you have any idea how hard you have to work for 7,000 points in Dr. Mario? In Tetris, you just get them.
This actually makes me wonder, like, how a Puyo Puyo and Tetris mixed match would have worked.
At a PAX Australia, I played a Puyo swap tournament where you just do the marathon mode against the AI and then you report the score that you got before you died. Because this was a very casual tournament. They didn't really want a multiplayer thing, I guess. And I am now very familiar with the format that you just posited. The answer is that it all depends on how good you are at Puyo, because how on earth could you possibly score that many points in Tetris? You would have to heavily rebalance it.
I wasn't sure how Tetris scoring worked in, like...
In an actual Puyo Puyo Tetris game, the answer is they didn't really balance it. Real good cutoff by Amelia here. I love this mid-board Tetris.
Oh yeah, this is great. Oh, but
Except
that's
for
not...
Yeah, that... Alright, another cutoff. Oh, or not? Oh,
I think she was holding down.
Yeah, no, okay. Now I understand. Where was the eyepiece? No, just one more Tetris wouldn't have done it, though. That's the kind of score where you needed 3 more.
Alright, so game 3 situation here. Ratttz not really having a cutoff here. Amelia
Yeah, just kind of playing.
But I don't really like her board.
It's fine. It's a little dangerous, especially with how high columns 7 and 8 are. Oh, sorry, 8 and 9. But I've seen more dangerous. This is an acceptable amount of risk. Now it just looks great.
Yeah, now it's just great.
Ratttz doing what I sometimes do, making the Tetris well in 2. Sometimes, like, or 9, the mirror. That's the most annoying spot to put it, but I'll do it if I have to. Yeah, it means a lot of moves like that L that Ratttz just placed.
Alright,
Okay, I think
just
Ratttz...
fishing for one more eye.
Yep.
Instead of getting a lot of S's and Z's.
Slightly risky.
Okay, yeah, just bails.
Yep. That initial covering of the well was slightly risky. That still needed a lot to get filled in before it became a line, but it wasn't too difficult.
This is a weird board.
Yeah, extremely flat at the top there.
Yeah. Probably not too hard to chain if you're willing to, like, start tucking pieces down below. Ratttz actually has a pretty decent one set up here.
Yeah, it has the makings of something.
To the point of, like, she could have put the blue-yellow horizontally on top of that blue and then cleared it from below? Or just a blue hanging off and then, like, a blue-yellow underneath.
I think this is the piece that Ratttz wants here. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, wait, no, okay.
That works.
Yeah, that also works.
That's a 7? That's a 7 virus clear.
Yeah, that's the kind of play that gets you 20,000 points. I'm not sure if I misread the chain or if I saw something Ratttz didn't. I think she could have set that off with the first blue-yellow, right? Just by, like, putting it in the way where it does the 2 simultaneous.
Oh yeah, you just do it vertical.
Yeah, okay. It's not like the way that Ratttz did it was that much less efficient, though.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately for Amelia, gets a piece eaten by the ghost row, and now half her chain is gone. This is looking pretty bleak for Amelia.
Well, she did have a 10,000 lead exiting B-type.
Yeah, the problem is there's no way to get those 10,000 points back in Dr. Mario anymore. Oh, sorry. Ratttz got the 10,000 points back in Dr. Mario. There's no way that Amelia could do that with just 2 viruses.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's going to come down to they're basically even going into game 3. Which is not great news when your opponent's stack looks like that and your stack looks like this.
Oh!
The intentional top-out gambit.
Is she just
like
going
it.
for a better piece sequence?
Well, you get a Z to start with. The S is fine. It can be placed on the L.
He has 1 minute.
1 minute to make up 2 Tetrises. Rattz's board looks bad, but I've certainly seen worse. It's not bad enough where it's going to stop making Tetrises.
Yeah, it's not that bad because she has a Tetris well.
Yeah. No, it's just a little annoying. Like here, that she either needs a cutoff or she needs a Tetris in column 9. It's annoying.
Okay, that was actually smart, I think, by Amelia. Just cut it off.
Yep. No, cutoffs are your friend when you've got this little time remaining. Just keep doing cutoffs over and over and over until you're in row 15, you miss, drop, and die. Except maybe not that last part.
Where are the eyes? Where are the eyes?
That's it, right? Yep.
That's it.
This is gonna be a close scene.
Did
I
Ratttz
can't
get enough
quite
in Dr.
recall.
Mario to take it home? 15k it was.
I was not expecting a full Tetris difference between the two of them.
Very well played on both sides.
I'm stunned that I was able to make up the gap in Dr. Mario of all games.
Yeah. No, I was pretty pleased with myself just for getting 10,000 against Dan. 20,000 is a fair bit.
Mhm.
All right, on to loser semis. Ratttz still going on against dmhero this time.
A powerful opponent.
I'll be fine.
Oh yeah?
I'll be just normal. Just the most normal, simply playing a video game type beat.
Yeah.
You know?
What could be wrong with just being normal and playing video games? Everyone does it.
We're in losers semis.
Yes.
Match call has gone out. DM hero is ready. Fantastic. Send out the challenge. I'll be on the right. DM hero on the, or I'll be on the left. DM hero will be on the right. Oop. Sorry. Been playing some Japanese games. The A and the B buttons are doing different things.
I've just been pressing start with this because I can't remember if I've swapped around my A and my B for this game or not.
All right.
The curse of playing a lot of different Tetrises, and especially a lot of different classic Tetrises, is I can't remember which way A and B go anymore because they change in so many of the games I play. I mean, there's rotations, not as menu buttons.
Oh, sure, sure.
So it's possible that I actually changed these around to be backwards and I wouldn't know because they just feel normal. Anyway. dmhero getting a fun Tetris that opens up this annoying well in column 10 that they're now going to have to, yep, seal off again.
This
Ratttz
randomizer makes me so sad.
Yeah, that is not it. Salvageable.
Yep.
One day I'll learn how to play B-type.
It's tough. It is a deadly dance of greed and not dying. Actually,
Wait, do I look like Amelia?
If you're not greeding, you're not playing. But no, in my practice attempts earlier today, I was topping out in B-type a fair bit before I reminded myself of the exact ratio that I need.
Hmm.
Alright, let's see what dmhero is cooking here.
Oh, there's a lot of red on the top of this board. And
Yeah,
thankfully they got a lot of red pills.
Yeah.
Alright, Ratttz getting through at
Ah, that little stairs shape at the top.
200.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, my bad.
actually, funnily enough, I did that once in practice as well. It's so annoying to be watching animations when you could be mashing buttons to try to speed them up.
It's true. It's a bad habit from playing TGM. When you want the next game, you literally just mash.
Yeah.
dmhero is doing some shenaniganery here.
Yeah.
Using the ghost row to cut pieces in half.
Yep.
If you don't get a piece cutter, just make your own, I guess.
Okay. I was gonna say, the stairs in columns 1 through 3 are real cute. That's a nice chain. I'm not sure if they can get the right side involved, and indeed they couldn't.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because it was only, I say,
Yeah, all that-
only 7,000.
Yeah, all that time for one Tetris. That is why it can be pretty risky to try and build chains in Dr. Mario. If you do an okay job, it is not nearly good enough. Building a scaffold up to one of the red clears. Ah, okay. I was wondering if that would help them avoid a singleton drop, but it's their final clear anyway.
Alright, 96 in the clear. I have already forgotten the B-type scores.
Hmm. I
You
believe...
should be at least 2 Tetrises ahead.
Yes. I
think
wasn't...
it's like, what, 15k to 7k and then 9600 to 5000?
Yeah, something like that. 2 Tetrises ahead sounds about correct.
I think we're at the... Yeah, this is already at the speed up too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with
Not a lot of
dmhero... Yeah, dmhero taking a lot of time to build their Dr. Mario chain, and Ratttz topping out once.
What is Rattz's board?
That is the correct way to deal with a whole bunch of S's or Z's when you are playing classic Tetris. Well done, you figured it out. Maybe I shouldn't say that with such confidence. I'm good at classic Tetris, but I'm not like a leading expert in it. That is roughly what I would have done, though. Yeah, it's just a shame Ratttz is not getting a single J to fix that thing down there. Here's the T you could spin into it. Just kidding. This is not Sega Tetris.
Yeah, that was very painful to watch.
Yeah, Ratttz needed something that gave her a couple of Tetrises quickly in half a minute, and that was not it.
Oh.
That third row from the top is real nice. Just, the cutoff's almost done for you.
Yeah, you just clear that top row, and guess what? Your board's just cut off.
Yeah.
Free.
It's a little easier said than done, though. Neither player really going for using the natural cutoff and instead building their own like they normally would. Ratttz playing carefully. I like their board as long as they play carefully.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
dmhero not really leaving themselves very much opportunity for a Tetris.
No, their board looked fine the last time I looked at it. Now I'm glancing over and it looks a little worse. I think there might have been a misdrop somewhere. Oh wow,
Well, it wasn't really a misdrop. They just got stuck at the top with no eyes, but they still pulled a Tetris out of it for 11k.
That L placement they did was very well, maybe not very greedy. It was a little greedy.
16,999 for Ratttz.
Call now and make 4 easy payments.
Four easy payments of 1 Mino each.
Okay, I think I see dmhero's chain here. They need a couple more reds stacked up in 6. Oh, do they? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because the trigger is the yellow in 5, right?
Oh, yeah. That double red that they cut off.
Oh my goodness. They just
that
had
double
to cut
red
it
that
short.
they cut off in 1, that could have been put in column 6 instead.
That's still a 10. That's a 10 clear for 256k.
It could have been an 11! That's what I was saying earlier. The bigger your chain is, the even better it is to make it bigger. That could have been 11. And it's interesting, because you see that singleton red they have in column 6 now? They put, as far as I can tell, they put that there on purpose. It fell on top of a red virus. So, I don't know, did they lose track of that's something they did on purpose, or did they not actually do that on purpose? Ah, whatever. It's a fine chain, I shouldn't grumble too much about a 10. In fact, not only is it a 10 chain, it's a 10 chain that resolved quickly enough where they are still ahead in time. Ratttz clearing the bottom virus first to avoid the singleton drop, as you should.
Yep. So
I did it again. I just need to.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well,
You gotta mash A and B. You gotta let your fingers know that the mashing is happening. But don't let them touch the important one. Ooh, almost a costly misdrop for dmhero there.
So Ratttz was about 5k up in B-type and 22k down in Dr. Mario.
Sounds like a 2 Tetris deficit.
And unfortunately is 2 further Tetrises down here. And that's the speed up.
Yeah. Rattz's board is very, very nice looking. Gets 2 Tetrises in a row, no problem.
Yeah, but still 2 Tetrises down.
Yeah. No, as it turns out, Rattz's opponent is not playing any more slowly than she is.
And made no misdrops. And yeah. it was on dmhero to win the game, and they are doing a good job of that.
I wonder how much time's left. Do you think they've got enough time for one more?
It's about to end, yeah.
Probably like 15 seconds.
Oh, there they go.
Nice! Let's go! Right at the buzzer?
That's 100 and something. Yeah, 105.
Congratulations, DM Hero. You are quite the mixed match hero as well.
Yeah,
Moving on up to
Tetris.
losers finals.
That's a little bit of Tetris heroics too. I informed Dan of the input delay thing. DM Heroes played a whole bunch. They would have it set to 0 already, probably. I'll just...
Oh, can you set input delay for... Oh, you mean the smoothing input lag? I don't know if that drop down... I don't know if that interacts with SNES 9X. My understanding is... Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't. I don't actually know.
It doesn't feel like my inputs are being delayed by 200 milliseconds.
Wait,
I noticed that.
I'm fairly sure it does. Because I think it's the back end part or something that handles that.
I'll just let him know.
Oh, DM Hero is taking a bio break.
Ah, okay.
This sounds like a good time to go over our upcoming events.
Yeah, we'll do a fast one. So if it's October 20th, you're here. October 25th, we got Ghost Slop. This is the Ikaruga puzzle bubble where you're trying to drop ghosts by swapping the color of your ball, bouncing back and forth. A bit like What If Arkanoid, but you always have glue. It's really unique. You've never seen it before because the first time it was publicly released was with Magical Drop 5, and that game is fake. November 1st, we have Pedal Crash Potpourri mode. Every single round is going to be a completely different mode, and those modes can be everything from playing with tilt controls to what if there were walls to what if garbage turned into pieces. It's really just a treat. November 8th, we got Magical Drop 3. This is probably our most competitive stacked bracket of all time, but guess what? Even if you're brand new, it's a great time for you to come and meet some new players because there's just so many people to play against. You're bound to meet somebody who can coach you or somebody else who just showed up. It's a great time. In November, we have Puzzle Fighter Y mode. No crash gems, just columns rules. November 17th, we're making rectangles out of pieces on a shared board, which is great because you can interrupt your opponent directly. Bad news, they can interrupt you directly. November 22nd, we have Puzzle Stadium, the funny Puyo, where the garbage connects the colors because they themselves are colored. Every chain link is going to be either a hit or an out, which is great because you're simulating baseball. November 29th, we have Soldam, the cool Othello, the Grand Master, where you are trying to make doubles or greater and sending that much over to your opponent -1, and it's going to be the opposite pattern that you sent over. Very funny, kind of a unique game, and it's a lot of fun. Looks like DM Hero is back. We're going to be getting right back into this in a little bit.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and challenge him now.
It's
Of course.
losers finals time. And don't
Should
forget,
also be having
DDR
go
Dan
ahead.
is waiting up there still in the grand finals.
True. Very true.
Gonna be one heck of a final finish. Are you ready for the 30-minute epic bracket reset.
Oh, I know. Oh my god, that would be deeply funny.
Oh, this is such a weird board.
It's kind of strange, right? Rune avoiding this gap that dmhero has created, but drawing the eyepiece a turn early.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then
Oh, this
deciding-
stinks.
Oh yeah. This is kind of just you take the one Tetris and then just finish out however you can. Maybe get one more.
Looks like Rune might be greeting for a second here.
Yeah, this is not a bad well. They will need an extra eye on column 10. They might be able to get 2 more.
Oh, this
that
is
was
so...
a very gutsy placement of those eyes. Yeah, I think it's time to bail.
Take our points, go home. We have 2 more lines to go. Rune is out. You know, dmhero looking
All
for
right.
it. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yep, got it. Alright, so dmhero 1 Tetris ahead.
And we know
Ooh,
dmhero
this
is
Dr.
totally
Mario
capable.
board. I love this Dr. Mario board. There are so many places you can start a chain, and all the viruses are at the bottom. Like, this isn't whether you set off a big chain. This is how big is your big chain.
Yeah.
Alright, Rune.
A 5?
Nice 5. Not bad, not bad. That's 7k. dmhero looking for a little bit more than that here. Oh, that's unfortunate. I could tell they were going for column 1 with that. Because there was just enough room for 3 yellows over there. Okay.
Waiting on a red-yellow?
A red-yellow would be very nice here.
Oh, let's go.
5, 8. Very nice. 26k. It does leave quite a bit to clean up on the right, though. And Rune just taking his 10k and going home. So Rune down 1 Tetris in B mode, probably about 2 or 3 more in Dr. Mario. But already in A-type, can he make that deficit up before dmhero reaches A-type?
Oh, this is terrifying.
What is this RNG?
Rune.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright, well...
We're actually fine? We're actually fine?
We're just gaming. Oh, if only we would have gotten the 3 back-to-back. What a shame.
Alright, dmhero finally out of Dr. Mario, but literally the entire deficit gone.
And we also know that this P sequence is actually pretty hellish.
Yeah, it's very pain.
But coming into this P sequence late might be kind of rough. Though we do have this
my
Tetris,
goodness.
so it's a good way to start.
Okay, yeah, early Tetris pretty good. Still 30k down with less than a minute to go.
Yeah, I heard the speed up. Rune would love another Tetris here, but I don't know if there's time. There's some
should be time
awkwardness.
for one more, but maybe not two. Okay.
Okay, he's got exactly enough time and pieces to do it, but
Okay, where's the eye? Where's the eye? There's the eye. Alright. 52.
I was gonna stack up looking for stray line clears, looks like.
Yep. Still 30k ahead. 30k, alright.
Wow, this is still surprisingly close.
Yeah, let's
Right?
see what it comes out to. 7k behind. 17k behind, but plus 30!
Ooh, that's a single Tetris.
Yeah, that's one Tetris ahead.
So literally, Rune discarding pieces, holding down, looking to get that last eyepiece. That was a deciding factor here.
Yep. Sometimes you just hold down and win.
Rune is a funny floor. Does not work quite
Oh,
right.
okay. Yeah, that didn't work.
dmhero does find a good Tetris.
Yeah, it has a very nice left well board. Rune, unfortunately, has a column 2 well.
You have a few nice skims to survive. Oh, drawing
Oh.
this piece!
That's actually...
No! Alright, well, Rune's
Okay,
probably
I think
just
he's
gonna bail
get
now.
out of here.
Yeah. Oh my god, we'll take a double. No problem.
Especially with dmhero not really getting... Okay, never mind.
If Rune had one more line, I wouldn't put it past him trying to go for another Tetris there.
I was actually surprised he didn't do it. This is another really good chain board. Look at those 3 yellows at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
All you need to do is just have a chain drop 2 yellows down there.
Mm-hmm. Off of this blue and column 4, yeah.
Yeah, and like just clearing it by itself is 1400.
Mm-hmm.
Just think of how much more you could have gotten if you had chained into that.
Oh, dmhero's really going for it here. Okay.
Yep. I think Rune is banking on dmhero spending a lot of time on Dr. Mario like he did last time.
I
trying to
think
take
it
it
might be...
again.
Oh, it didn't... It cut?
It cut! Uh-oh.
Oh, this is absolutely the worst case scenario here.
I mean, this is
Like, it
still
really
a 8
stings.
chain. Or 7 chain? 7 chain.
Yeah, but
But
that's really not...
that cut like 10,000, maybe 15,000 off the score.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's way behind in time. And that lead he had at the end of B-type is going away.
Bit of an awkward misdrop from Rune here. May come back to bite him. He's looking for a few different pieces. Okay, he's gonna bail on it. Which I probably would have done too, honestly.
Alright, 14k lead at the start of both players in A-type.
Mm-hmm.
Rune's board in a kind of perilous state. And Rune has topped out in A-type already this bracket. Alright, this isn't
Yep.
quite a Tetris well, but it's not bad.
Okay. Oh, Rune is living? Oh, he's really gonna fiend for Tetrises here?
I think he has
Whatever.
to. He doesn't really have a choice, because it would take too long and cost too much material to just skim lines forever.
Oh, buddy. Oh, everything you're doing terrifies me. Oh god.
We have hit the speed up, but Rune's bored. This is
Yeah,
just...
he needs to live. Oh, okay, okay.
He needs
The
to
eye
live,
rotation
but
is
he
fine.
also needs to get like 3 Tetrises to win. I think this... Oh,
he didn't take the skim! Why didn't you take the skim? Oh, god! No! Oh, buddy! Oh, I feel it. I'm really feeling it, Mr. Krabs. You know, I just... Wow. What a tragedy.
Sometimes you gotta know when to hold him, when to fold him, and when to walk away.
Rune's like, you know what? The only moral victory is he spin double. Holy moly. I have a headache now. Take a big sippy. Take a big sip of water.
Alright. Oh,
We're going
no.
to...
Oh,
Oh,
you're
we sure
kidding.
are.
Oh
That's
my
what's
God.
happening. It's time.
This is painful.
In what
This is
way?
awful.
This
Why
is
would
art.
you do this?
Because it's art. This is the height of Tetris. Okay, Rune. Tetris ready. No longer Tetris ready. Kind of awkward. Got a little bit of awkwardness that we have to deal with here. We do have the right pieces. Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. But
dmhero
still
is up a
behind by
Tetris. Mm-hmm.
And not really having a very good board, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Still kind of being forced to skim. dmhero probably fiending for one more and getting that 22k in the Dr. Mario. Okay. Rune does have a potential Tetris. Needs an eye very... Okay.
Oh, exactly. Let's go.
Alright.
We're one Tetris behind.
Not a very conducive setup for chaining.
Mm-hmm.
All these viruses right at the top, right in a big block. No way to get extra pills down underneath them to extend your chain.
Oh, all these blues for Rune. Pretty rough. dmhero got a 7 virus lead here. Rune trying to pick up these doubles, but honestly, the amount of time that it eats up to watch these pills fall might not be super conducive to getting out of here in a timely manner.
Yeah, and doubles don't really gain you that many extra points.
No. Ooh, he drew the double yellow, but putting it in column 3 instead of column 1 is going to make this chain kind of weird. We're gonna chain into the reds?
Opportunity for, yeah, chaining into red and possibly into yellow on top of that.
This has got some big Amelia energy, but, you know, I'm sort of here for it.
I mean, it is a last-ditch effort, and it is like... I forget how much a 4-chain is. I know a 3-chain is like 200, 400, 800, so it's 1400.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're out of Dr. Mario, but dmhero has already built 2 Tetrises. With
Yep,
a Tetris lead.
Yeah, with a Tetris lead and an extra couple thousand on top of that. So, Rune definitely has his work cut out for him.
He can hold down.
Guess what? We won't have any idea when the round is about to end.
True.
But neither will they, so, have fun, I guess?
Oh, beautiful Tetris for
It would be very
Rin.
funny if the music just cut in suddenly to tell you that you are almost out of time.
Oh, we're gonna fiend for multiple eyepieces? This does not seem like a... Like, that is kind of tempting fate. A little bit
but
from
only,
Rin,
if you
but...
only need one extra, it's not too bad. Needing any more than that and you're just wasting Tetrises, honestly.
I suppose, like, if you were going to gamble, gambling from being behind is sort of the appropriate time, I suppose. Ooh, ah. Funny triple. Sort out the well. Rune is closing the gap here.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, he was. Briefly. And then dmhero is like, what if I, you know, multi-Tetris? It's fine.
Multi-Tetris drifting?
Multi-Tetris drifting. You heard it here first, folks. See, that was a real missed opportunity when they called them back-to-backs instead of the multi-Tetris drift. You know? dmhero really oh my god. Okay, we're fine.
It's just as hell when it's about to finish. There's no music. Who did that?
I love how I know that you're out of match already. Like I can see your... Oh my god.
I thought I wouldn't be able to take round 3 unless I got weird.
You know, that was a pretty excellent round of Type A from you, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, still wasn't enough to close the gap. So dmhero advancing the grand finals.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him.
I turned off the music.
Condolences to you.
A left well just in case the pieces were better for a left well.
Mm-hmm.
None of it worked out. They just played a good game and I couldn't catch up. Just before I go freshen up and get a snack, I might miss the first round or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned it in the Twitch chat. Did you see the absolutely ridiculous thing that I did with the chain of S's? And then I look over my opponent and they just laid them all out horizontally, and I was like, oh yeah, why didn't I do that?
I mean, you do have to do like multiple tucks to do that, right? So...
No, I think we got the T first and I laid out the S's on top of the T, right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Never mind.
Yeah, no. I think they just did something smarter than what I did, and I didn't have to pay for it at all because I ended up using all that material in Tetrises anyway. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'll commentate when I can. I really need to take a quick break.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, looks like they are just getting in the game.
I had to put some exclamation points in the title. Deeply important. DDR Dan finding a good floor right out the gate, but unfortunately has to clear it in order to keep a stable stack. We're now setting up for a new floor, but dmhero finding a great Tetris pretty early on. DDR Dan, now Tetris ready, slamming it down.
All right. DDR Dan taking the 16k. dmhero going for the 29.
Seems like it might
Playing
be
the game
time
of
consuming
where's
and
the
risky,
eye?
but
Where's the eye? Where's the eye? May not be coming. Doesn't look like it's coming.
okay. Oh, we are deep. He can't take it. Oh, I felt that. He moved it over. It's like, yeah, that actually doesn't clear the line. I gotta get this O first. Incredible. Very funny. At least we have a fairly low board here. Ooh. Yardan having... Okay, so for the record, I never know which way it's going to rotate either. It's the flipping L rotation of Dr. Mario is very strange.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as Panicki's. Almost.
Oh, really? I find Panicki's easier.
I do not understand. I understand Panicki's rotation, but I cannot play it. All right, 2. Oh my god.
Oh, we have horizontal yellow as a trigger here? Is that what I'm seeing? No. No, it stares all the way? That's nightmarish.
It's nightmarish,
Beautiful
but it's
clear.
a lot of points. What if we just
And we have a 7 virus lead.
27k and completely negated our opponent's B-type lead?
Normal. Just simply gaming.
Hello, I have returned. We don't have
Welcome back.
the Discord side stream?
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Raz is very close by, so we're actually surprisingly synced.
It's only really a hop, skip, and a jump to get to me, right?
Oh, sure. I mean, like, a little bit of swimming involved, but...
Yeah, you're right. It's a bit of a triathlon, actually, but...
dmhero still in Dr. Mario. And unfortunately, no huge chain to make it worth the time. Which is the real tragedy here.
So yeah, they started Dr. Mario a Tetris ahead, and ended Dr. Mario 4 Tetrises behind?
Oh boy.
Something like that, yeah.
DDR Dan...
No, 4, yeah.
DDR Dan seems to have the incredible skill of being able to build a large Dr. Mario chain quickly, which is something that very, very few people have.
Dealing with this sort of stacking issue...
I can't believe we're doing 4 wide in NES Tetris.
That was center 3 wide, that wasn't 4 wide. The demon is sealed for now.
That's what they want you to think. You know?
No, with how little I interact with that demon, despite how much Tetris I play, I think it really is sealed. It's sealed over in the realm of guideline. Alright.
You know, in spite of the time advantage, DDR Dan has only built a single Tetris more than DM Hero.
Watching all
Now
those
two.
singles clear out one by one did slow him down a little.
We are Tetris ready, which is pretty great.
Yeah. Oh, it's a fantastic state to be in whenever you're playing a classic Tetris game.
Huh, I'm sort of surprised by that triple. Oh, the time. Yeah.
Yep. That's why I was choosing A-type music a lot, because I can actually get that one down to the beat, basically, on like, oh no, I've got 2 seconds.
Yeah, the A-type music is very well timed for this mode. The other musics are very hip to Naka, but that also means that they have very weird beats.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. This game is published by Nintendo, but not really a Nintendo game. It's an ape game. So to me, I always thought it sounded like Earthbound.
Oh yeah.
And we get no music final round. Roderick.
I mean, I did that last time.
We already had no music once tonight.
Yeah. No, I tried that game, but didn't work. Although maybe that means that DM Hero could do it to DDR Dan. Maybe it's DDR Dan's weakness.
Oh, he's going for it? Okay.
Huh. Yeah, that's certainly our way to do it. Tetris ready again.
Yeah, but not a lot of room and not a lot of eyes.
Oh, ooh. Okay, 2 lines.
Yeah, there's no way they can make another Tetris. They'll just speed out of this.
Yep.
There they go.
Just take it even. Very, very nice Dr. Mario board here.
DM Hero going very horizontal.
Yeah. And like it's good for both chaining and for speedrunning because of all the doubles. So you kind of have whatever you had your option of whatever you wanted to do here. It actually looks like DDR Dan is just kind of, yeah, clearing out the board and going to finish it with a big chain.
Yeah.
Yep. Set up your trigger in column 8, and then just stair-step your way all the way across.
Yeah, that giant pile that they're building in column 5. Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it.
Oh, this is terrifying for me.
It's gonna take some effort to get any more. Actually, no. Now you need the blue.
But yeah, you can just do it.
Any yellow, actually. Right, any yellow. Yeah.
And then just set it off. You don't even have to greed for the extra red.
Ooh, were they
Oh, but the
expecting that
cut.
loss? Yeah.
They lost 1 virus out of that. They still got 20k.
A little bit of a shame.
DM Hero still hasn't built a Tetris here. We're ready. Oh, finally.
We're ready, but at some point you need to cash it in.
It's not about Tetrises per second, it's just about avoiding anything that isn't Tetrises. The Tetrises can come later. That's what I was thinking when I was building that giant spire of S's anyway.
I'd say
you would not know
DM Hero
that
probably like what, a Tetris behind or so, or maybe about even.
I wanted to say about even, but I couldn't tell you. I do love watching DDR Dan play. You wouldn't think that there's no 8-way movement in this game because, like, the way that they play looks like they have, like, TP2 type DAS.
Like I said, the diagonal DAS in this game kind of sucks, but it can be wrangled. I just don't like to wrangle it nearly as much as they do. Yeah, like the fact that they're still doing it up here, that's scary.
DM Hero, unfortunately, getting a little stymied. Building very near the top and just not getting the pieces they need.
This is fine.
Like this is keeping them alive, but it's not keeping them ahead.
Yeah. Honestly, I almost don't like opening up the well again. That's one triple, and now another triple when they throw another eye down there.
Yeah, now they've lost all their material, and there's less than a minute left, and they're only ahead by 4,000 points when they need to be ahead by 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this final Tetris.
That's a different game!
That is true.
Yeah. No, we're not playing the final Tetris here. That's not a great one.
I thought for sure that was going to be the last Tetris we would see, but
No, we're coming up on it now. And stop. Yep.
And DDR Dan still is ahead! He pulled all the way ahead!
wow!
Yeah, head in all 3 games. Just barely on the first. Actually, speaking of just
Holy
barely,
moly.
barely gets 100,000, yeah.
Incredibly impressive.
Congratulations, DDR Dan. You have taken Puzzle Wednesday Friday mode, mixed up 2nd edition. Joining you on the podium, you have dmhero on silver, and Roonespism bronze. That's going to do it for us tonight. But before we go, I'm just going to very briefly show you these slides one more time, just for chuckles, just for the posterity of it. Ghost Lop, October 25th. It's like Arkanoid meets Puzzle Bobble. You're going to be swapping the ball between 2 colors, blue and orange, cutting through ghosts, dropping them, trying to send damage over to your opponent. November 1st, we have Pedal Crash Potpourri mode. Every single round is going to be a completely different rule set, which could be everything from tilt controls to garbage can clear. It's very, very funny. November 8th, we have Magical Drop 3. No frills, no tricks. But this is one of our bigger brackets, highly competitive. But even if you're not the most competitive, we encourage you to show up because it's a great opportunity to meet a lot of new players all at once and get started playing Magical Drop 3. November 15th, we're playing Super Puzzle Fighter 2 on the Dreamcast. We're playing Y mode. So if you don't like Crash Gems, get them out of there. Instead, we got columns clear rules where you can make diags, you can make lines. That's great. Great time. November 17th, we have the premiere of Dr. Thong's multiplayer here at Puzzle Wednesday. You're going to be trying to make giant squares with pieces that you draw, but it's on a shared board with your opponent. And so you and your opponent are going to be duking it out, trying to block your opponent and interrupt their shapes. November 22nd, we have Puzzle Stadium, the funny Puyo game where garbage is colored so it can unite your clears. And also, all of your chain lengths are going to be runs when you're on offense and outs when you're on defense. It's a highly unique game, and I strongly encourage you to show up for it. November 29th, we have Soul Dam, the Othello the Grandmaster. This game is very funny. You're going to be flipping pieces, trying to gather up the red or the blue, and then sending it over to your opponent whenever you make a double or greater. Trying to interrupt their shapes, trying to mix them up, so that way they can't send it back. That's going to do it for us here at Puzzle Wednesday. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Rune, you have fun?
Oh, I did.
I'm glad. How about you, Raz?
It was amazing.
I had a blast too. Thanks everybody for showing up. Congratulations, DDR Dan, dmhero, Roonespism. We'll see you again on Wednesday. Until then, have a wonderful evening.